Hey everyone, happy Monday. It's Boss from Home, and I am your go-to digital career mentor here to hook you up with legitimate high-paying remote jobs, no scams. In these videos, I share new jobs that are currently hiring, and throughout the video, I'm also going through the listings, breaking it down to you in simple terms so that you know exactly what you're getting into. A lot of the times, these listings have jargon, and you may not know exactly what they're talking about. So in essence, this channel is going to help you save so much time, energy, and brain work, as we all know that looking for a job is so much work. So the jobs that I feature here come from real companies with solid ratings of 3 stars and up on Glassdoor.com, so that you know they are legitimate. All right, so if you're ready to level up and maybe snag a second job or just simply work from home, feel free to stick around and subscribe if you feel the vibes. So today I'm really excited to share with you guys, I have a few jobs to talk about. UPS is currently hiring. They just opened up a new position that does not require experience. Along with that job, I found a few remote jobs from other companies, 2 that involve data entry and another that does not require experience and will actually provide paid training for you. The best part about this roundup of different jobs is that there are so many different openings, especially if you have no experience but you want to get experience to start working from home. But first, I wanted to extend a huge congratulations to our friend Truth Touch. He recently received a job with a recent through a recent video that I shared about staffing agencies. He went in and applied. He mentioned that he was really excited and he'll come back and let us know if he got the job. He said he got the job, so I'm so excited for you. Please, guys, go ahead and leave comments down below just congratulating Truth Touch and encouraging him. This is so exciting. This goes to show that people are still landing these work from home jobs. I mean, my channel is not the only channel that is exposing these opportunities, but I'm really excited to be a part of where people can find these resources and tools to help their households. That's what it's all about, and I'm really excited for you, Truth Touch. So congratulations. We are behind you 100%, supporting you. If you need anything else, please do reach out. Let us know how we can best help you in this community. And best of luck to you in your first day. Exciting.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
All right, so let's just jump right in. The first job, before we get into UPS, I want to talk about this no experience opportunity here. And so this is for a company called Securely. They are an ed tech company. They're based in San Jose, California, and they basically develop and sell internet filters and other technology to schools, basically to help the schools monitor students' browsing, their video watching, their social media posts, and emails to keep them safe. They have a Glassdoor rating of 3.7 out of 5. A lot of people love to work there because they love the teamwork, they love the people that they work with. However, they do mention that management needs improvement and training, and the communication can be a lot stronger. So I highly encourage you, as I always do, to look more into the company, do your research here on Glassdoor.com, as well as look at their social media, look at their online presence, look at their official website to get more understanding of who the company is and if this is a company that you want to align yourself with. So today they are currently hiring for a sales development representative, and this is like basically a friendly detective who helps find schools that might benefit from using these special safety tools for their students that Securely has to offer. So just imagine that you're in a team that makes a lot of great gadgets to help kids stay safe online, and so your job here is basically to call and email school leaders to tell them about these gadgets that Securely has to offer to help students stay safe. So you'll start off by learning a lot about what the company has to offer, and then you'll reach out to schools and explain why these tools are helpful and see if they're interested in learning a lot more about the product. If they are, you will then set up a meeting for the next team to show the full details. So you're basically routing them to the account executive for a secondary meeting. And so this job does provide a lot of training, so you don't have to have experience at all. They will provide you with the training needed to do the job very well. They even list out the plan here within the first month all the way up to the first year, what experience you'll gain from this position. And so this is great. It looks like a great resume building opportunity. If you have been out of a job for some time and you're looking to fill up the gaps with an opportunity that will provide you with more skills, more training. So if you have worked within a school and you want to transition into the more tech side of things, this is a great opportunity for you. And if you have not worked at a school, it's still a great opportunity. For those of you who maybe are in school currently, this is a great opportunity for you as well. So for the benefits, they will provide you with plenty of benefits, that including competitive salary, health and well-being, parental leave, and so much more. They don't exactly list out the pay down here, but they do mention within the application that compensation will be up to $60,000 base pay, plus you get up to $30,000 commission, which is almost six figures in total earnings. This is great, especially if you are starting off with absolutely no experience at all. Of course, experience does help, but this is a great way to get started with a company that will train you, back you up, provide you with quality training to help build your skill set, and who knows where this particular role can take you. So if you're interested in standing out, my best tip when you are applying is to show how you love to communicate with other people and how you enjoy learning new things. Of course, you don't come with experience, so they do want to see that you are eager to learn more. So mention any experience that you have, maybe if you have that experience with explaining or selling an idea, even if it was at school or maybe a small business. Okay, so the next opportunity here that I want to share with you is a data entry involved job opportunity, and this is within the healthcare space. All right, so this is with a company that I have shared a few times before. They are CareCentrix, and so CareCentrix is basically a company that manages home-based care and benefits. They offer care coordination and benefit management services to help connect patients with the care that they need at home. So they do have a Glassdoor rating of 3.2 out of 5 stars. A lot of people talk about the benefits are great, it's a flexible job, and the work-life balance is great because a lot of people get to work at home and the environment is awesome. However, they do mention that training and management does need work. So I would just encourage you to keep that in mind. Of course, everyone's experience is different. However, it does not hurt to learn from other people what their experiences were so that you could be prepared to properly communicate your needs as you undergo the onboarding process. So they are currently looking for a healthcare customer service expert. And so this is a fully remote job. You're basically the first person that patients will speak to when they need home healthcare services. So your job will be to answer around 60 to 65 calls per day, definitely for someone who is not afraid of phones. You're helping people with simple questions and even more complex needs as well. You're gathering important information from patients like their medical details and personal data, and then you're entering it into the company's system. So what does this all look like? So just imagine that a patient is calling because they need help setting up their home health care after a hospital stay. So you're basically helping them to understand, you're listening, you're gathering the information that's required to make a decision, you're ensuring that everything is correct and guiding them on what to expect next. And sometimes you may have to handle more stressful calls, so showing empathy and patience is definitely something that is going to help you very much within this position. So as far as qualifications are concerned, a high school diploma or a GED is just fine. They do mention they want a minimum of 2 years customer service experience in a call center environment, and if you've got a minimum of 1 year experience working in healthcare or medical industry fields with medical terminology, this is great. They do mention that they would like intermediate keyboarding skills, so if you type rather quickly and you have a little data entry background, this is going to take you very far. I gather that this particular job will provide you with equipment, and they are willing to pay you $17.50 per hour. This is an entry-level position. I don't normally post jobs that are not paying as well. However, I do want to post this one because I know many of you guys reach out to me about customer service jobs or even jobs that will just give you a chance to get your foot in the door. And this looks like the perfect opportunity to get your foot in the door and possibly scale up and level up as you work within this company. So I did skip past the training period. This training is from 4 to 6 weeks, and it is Monday through Friday, and the available shift after the training will be a 9:30 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time position. So like I mentioned, this is a trusted company. I see them very much whenever I'm looking for jobs for you guys, and it does look like a great opportunity to get started working from home. So if you want to do more research, they do have a YouTube channel where past employees, current employees talk about their experience working at the company. So this gives you more information as you are deciding whether or not you want to work for this company. Okay, so just before we get into the UPS job, I do want to share another data entry job with you guys. I know you guys love data entry, so I found a company called Sphera Solutions, and they're basically a US-based company that provides software, data, and consulting services for environmental, health, safety, and sustainability. So basically their ultimate goal is to create a more sustainable and safer world. On Glassdoor.com, they do have a rating of 3.4 out of 5 stars. A lot of people mention that they enjoy the work-life balance and people culture. However, most people mention that the management changes a bit, so it's definitely something to keep in mind when you are applying for this position. The position that they are looking to hire for is the HMMS Data Input and Retrieval Specialist Tier 3. So this job basically is about helping the company keep track of important information about chemicals and hazardous materials, and this information is going to be used to make sure that everything is handled safely and follows the rules set by the government. Just imagine that you're in charge of keeping a detailed list of all the chemicals in a school science lab, right? So you'll need to make sure that each chemical is labeled correctly, has a sheet explaining what it is and how to handle it safely, and that this information is easy to find when needed. So this job is a lot like doing that, but on a larger scale for many different companies. So now looking at the qualifications, this is going to be for someone who is interested within this field. They do mention that you have to be a US citizen with the ability to verify your employment eligibility. 2 years of data entry experience is something that they do require, preferably within the environmental space. And if you have a high school diploma or a GED, that will be just fine. They do have other qualifications like knowledge of certain things. So just take a look at that. Be sure that you have the efficient typing speed as well as the knowledge of different processes and procedures that are listed here. So as we skip down, looking at the pay, you are going to be paid up to $75,600 per year. Plus you have the ability to receive a variable compensation plan, and you get great benefits as well included within this role. Okay, so finally getting into the UPS job. So this job here does not require experience, and there is communication via email and phone. All right, so this one here is for the audit specialist. This is the role that was just posted not too long ago. And so this role is all about basically reviewing and ensuring that franchises follow certain guidelines and submit accurate financial data. So basically the audit specialist role involves examining financial statements, sales data, and royalty reports from the UPS store locations to make sure that they comply with the franchise agreement and the operations manual. So the specialist also conducts audits and addresses any discrepancies, as well as provides support to franchises to ensure that their financial reporting is accurate and aligned with the company policies. So for example, imagine that you're checking a local store's sales reports to confirm whether or not, they've accurately calculated how much money they owe to the main company. So if something does not add up, you're basically the one to investigate that issue, correct any errors that might be there, and explain to the store how to fix it in the future. So for the qualifications, like I mentioned, experience is not required at all. In fact, they do mention that experience conducting financial analysis is preferred but not required. They do ask for a basic knowledge of accounting theory and principles, the ability to understand financial terminology, demonstrate strong communication skills through phone and email, and other things as well that I will not bore you guys to death by reading verbatim. I will allow you to take a further look into that. But they do mention here that the job is grade 10D and the last day to apply for this job is on the 26th. So you do have some time, but don't take too much time. This is a fully remote role, so you know that it's a great opportunity, and if you are interested, I encourage you to hop right in right now, because UPS is a great company to work for, and not too many great opportunities like this one pops up, so go ahead and take advantage of it. No experience is required at all. However, if you have experience, it absolutely does help you. And if you do want to apply for this job and you want to really show yourself to stand out and look like an eligible candidate, but you don't know where to start, I would say to highlight any experience that you have with financial analysis, audits, or accounting, if you have that, and show your experience with tools like Microsoft Excel, especially with the VLOOKUP and the pivot tables that they mentioned here in the listing. And also demonstrating your strong attention to detail and your communication skills will also make your application stand out. So do keep this in mind as you are tailoring your resume and also preparing for a possible interview. Like I mentioned, if you need any more support or you have a quick question to ask about this job, please let us know down below in the comment section. I am there to communicate with you. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Those are all of the different jobs I wanted to share with you guys today. UPS is hiring and they do have a no experience opportunity. We also talked about other opportunities that did not require experience and also involved data entry. So go ahead, check it out, take a further look, and I encourage you to take that leap of faith and step out and do it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If this video was helpful and beneficial to you in your career search, if it added value, please go ahead and like this video. Stay tuned for many more videos just like this one. I do have more coming up this week that you would be interested in seeing. So go ahead, subscribe, stay glued in, and share it with a friend. Share it with someone who could absolutely use a fresh new start in this new year and find a remote job to work from home with flexibility. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will chat very soon.